Let's normalize asking questions when something doesn't seem quite right. I'm Hadas Kuznets, and I've worked as a news journalist for 25 years. I've also been hired to give speeches about how to be an educated news consumer. The number one characteristic I'd like to see news consumers develop is a healthy dose of skepticism. So when I heard the news story about how Elon Musk's Doge department had uncovered the Biden administration earmarking $50 million for condoms to give to Gaza, I thought that was a little strange for a couple of reasons. Number one, do Islamic fundamentalists care about women's health and reproduction? Two, Hamas, which governs the Gaza Strip, doesn't even distribute food to their people. So now I'm supposed to believe that they're distributing condoms to everyone? Three, reports have shown that organizations like UNRWA, World Central Kitchen in Gaza, and other humanitarian organizations have been infiltrated by terrorists. So humanitarian actions, particularly regarding women's reproductive health in a place that really doesn't care about women's rights or reproduction, just seems a little off to me. Now, reading the comments on this story, people had a lot to share about their thoughts about contraception with the Gazan population, which has grown from 400,000 in 1967 to about 2 million in 2023. And having an understanding about the regional culture, even like a little understanding of the regional culture, like I was seeing red flags everywhere. So I did a little research, and I'm using that term loosely because by research, I mean a Google search using the keywords Gaza, condoms, and Israel. That led me to this 2018 news article from the Times of Israel about improvised explosive devices coming out of Gaza. And look, they say, quote, Palestinians in the Gaza Strip are relentlessly flying a variety of airborne arson and explosive devices into Israel, causing hundreds of fires and millions of shekels in damage. What are they sending over? Condoms, kites, and birthday balloons. Here's a 2021 article from Israel Hayom talking about balloons from Gaza sparking fires in southern Israel. And look at the shape of those balloons. That's unusual. Normal party balloons don't look like cylinders, but inflated condoms do. Here's another picture from the Times of Israel. And here's a Jerusalem Post article from 2020 titled Gaza Terror, How Condoms Became a Weapon Against Israel. If you're unclear what I'm getting at, Hamas, under the guise of humanitarianism, somehow convinced the U.S. government to spend $50 million in U.S. taxpayer dollars on explosive condom devices to be sent over to Israel. If we're looking at how they were used in the past, these explosive condom balloons were likely going to be used to be sent over Israeli fields, roads, and schools. Hamas was using these inflated condoms rigged with explosives to hurt Israelis and burn Israeli agriculture. So now I have even more questions. Since a minimal Google search showed me how these condoms could be used against Israel, I want to know, how is it possible that the U.S. government did not know about Hamas's use of condoms in this way? The U.S. government is supposedly an ally of Israel. If America and Israel are allies, why would the Biden administration or any administration send materials to a hostile terror organization that would use them to hurt or kill Israelis? Now, I don't know the answer to that, but if anything, there are two takeaways to this story. Number one, if something feels off, look into it. And number two, don't assume anything is as it seems, especially not in the Middle East.